How we doing, everybody? Good morning. It's Sunday. It is May 19th, and we are back with Light It Up for another Sunday. How's everybody doing? I see we got people in the chat already. This is unbelievable. This is great. And that person you were talking to in the chat pre-game wasn't me. Guess who it was? I'll give you a hint. Good morning, DJ Big Boss. I caught you.
What up?
Caught you.
Hey man, I must say that countdown before and the intro. I mean, it's jamming, man. Like it just woke me up. Like I'm loose now, man. I'm loose.
Good morning there, Mr. Avery. How are you, my brother? Good to see you early in the morning on a Sunday. Hope everything is right. We are in negotiations for a big Who Banging event out in Las Vegas, so we will let you know when that is. Well, I guarantee when it is, you're going to be there anyhow, so because we work things around you, whether you know it or not, Mr. Avery. So, and a lot of low beggars need to meet the Godfather. So, good to see you, Justin. Good morning, brother. How are you? Smoking mirrors. How are you? Glad everybody is here. Julian in the house. What's up, Jim? What
What's
up,
up,
Bam?
Julian?
How you doing,
Hey,
brother?
mark us in your calendar, Julian. Julian, stay tuned. You know we having the Vegas event. I know you're out here on the West Coast with me, so I know you'd be more than happy to hang out with the fellas, man. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it'd be good to get together. We'll have a. It's been a while since we had a real big event, so looks like we're gonna have to take over and do that. Um, how's the week
Yeah.
been going so far? We've been doing. We've been on a good run this week after two lousy weeks. So that is baseball in a nutshell. And uh, I'm a streaky player anyhow, and boy, baseball is streaky. So there are just teams that are running off 10-game wins, followed by 5, 6 game losses. So baseball is just all over the place. The way I cap, now that it's going to be the end of May, June is starting. Once June starts, I throw out April. I throw out obviously the first week of the season, April. The last 4 or 5 weeks, I don't even cap no more. I usually do that. I go to last month, and then the last 10 games, and then after the All Star break, I go like last. Then I cut it down even more. I don't think what happens, especially at the beginning of the year, the first 5 weeks of the game, I don't think it has a lot to do with the rest of the season. As you see, what happens with teams. And listen, if anything is a testament to what I'm saying is last year, when all of a sudden the Diamondbacks and the Rangers were there. Now I know some people had the Rangers picked from the beginning of the year, but it didn't look like they were going to make it there for a while. So, like I said, everything goes in baseball, and I think sometimes if you just keep on looking at those season stats totally, they could screw you up. So that's just my theory. It's worked for me. Maybe it'll work for you. That's what I've been doing. DJ, what do you think about that?
Sounds good to me, man. I've been UFL'd out lately. I finally gained 2 units yesterday. We went 2-0. Shout out to me. You know what I'm saying? So today I'm trying to do the same thing again with a little twist on the end. But yeah, I'm trying to come out of here with some winners. The wheels is turning. The wheels is turning on UFL for me. I was down 4 units. Yesterday's 2 units put me down 2 units.
2 units. Yeah.
So if I could get out of it today, then we'll have a fresh start for weeks 9 and 10.
Hey,
But
listen. You're doing a sport that's new. You're doing a sport that just popped up there, and you've been trying to cap it from week one. So that's not an easy feat. Being down only 4 units isn't really wasn't even bad going into yesterday. Actually, could have been down a lot more than that. Right? I know there's not been that many games, but really down 4 units isn't really
no,
that
no,
that
it's not.
bad.
We had a lot of 2-and-2 weeks and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you know, but
Yeah, I've noticed some of
it's
those
all good,
overplays
man.
just missed too. A
Yeah,
couple of
it's
those
it's all,
overplays were right there.
well, we
Right.
smacked the over yesterday.
Good.
In the second game, it went way over. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Go
So
ahead.
the first game, it was Memphis Showboats. If y'all could go rewind the tape of the show, I told y'all that the quarterback caucus was back over there at the Showboats, and the team was a different team when he was there. They competed good yesterday. We had them plus 9 points. They lost by 6. It went all the way down to the fourth quarter. We comfortably got that win yesterday. Then we rolled over into the Birmingham Stallion game where we just set on the over. It was a big 16 and a half point spread for the Stallions. Knew I should have took the 16 and a half points. Like I said, in this UFL thing, the books, they know maybe just a little bit more than we know because the sport hasn't been around so long. So they have flaws in their capping as well. And like I said, they go low, I go high. They moved the total down to 43. I took it over. Game went way over.
Went
Um,
way over. Yeah.
the Houston Roughnecks, they showed up a little bit on offense, and as dominant as the Stallions are, they're still, let's say, B-rate players, right? So they still make mistakes and give up touchdowns and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of these games, the over is always hanging in there, or you kind of got a chance, because of the rules of the game, the conversions. It could go either way, but yeah, we made it out of that one today. That's my intro for today, but I'm gonna talk about my two picks right after you give your baseball stuff.
He's hyped for the UFL. Anybody else playing UFL? I wonder.
Me and Billy Briz is all over it, man. He usually
I
comes
seen
on.
him post something about it. I
Yeah,
did see that he was saying something about the about that. So that's
yeah, and
cool
of
to know.
course our guy Ramon Scott, he joins me from time to time after he does his show, man. The guy does a 2 hour show every day, so I'd be proud to have him show up in the show with me,
Yeah,
after
without doubt.
going on for that long. But he comes, he was excited about it. Matter of fact, the week he missed, I was in his chat early morning. He was kind of disappointed that we didn't connect, and I was in Vegas right there. So yeah, we Ramon Scott will be hanging out with us too for sure in Vegas. So y'all can look forward to that too.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be that he's a good guy. He's a good capper too. So today so like I started saying before, we have been on a run this week. So and Sundays, it started last Sunday, but a couple Sundays before that I've had a couple rough shows. Last Sunday was a good one. This week was a good week, but that doesn't mean I'm going nuts today. That's for sure. I like a lot of games. I broke down two games. I got a couple leads. I don't know if I'm going to get to them or not, but they weren't ones that I really want to put out on the show. So what I did is I kept it short and sweet. I took just two games so far for the show, and we will see if they hit. I was trying to see. I was just looking up some weather right here to see if. Oh, okay. That's what I did wrong. Let's see here. Anyway, let's get to the games. Starting off these games today. DJ, first of all, did you take any baseball games today?
I haven't put anything in official, but I do see that Hunter Green is up against those Dodgers today. And the Dodgers, I guess they lost a couple games, but they got their feet back under them now. Hunter Green, I followed this guy for a while. I like him as a pitcher, but at the same time, on a bad day, he gets touched. And I think the um, Dodgers by the run line, plus 115. It sounds like a treat to me.
I don't have a pitcher listed yet for the Dodgers, so that's kind of why I
I'm showing Yamamoto.
okay, you are showing Yamamoto. For some reason, I just popped on because I like putting on covers
Mm.
for the show because it's so easy to look up stuff and everything is so basic. But they actually don't have a picture listed, which is weird that they don't have a picture listed. As far as weather is concerned, nothing to Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, nothing. A wind blowing straight out because what I was looking at was the total in this game, and but now that Yamamoto's pitching, I guess not. But anyhow, the wind is shooting straight out. But
Well,
that's not a game. Yeah, that
I would
like
I
I
would
said,
say
that game
I would say Dodgers team total might be a
might
good
be a good
spot.
play. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I took a quick look at who is this matchup right here? Kirby and Burns, Mariners and Orioles. Should be a first five under, but these guys been slipping a little bit lately. So I kind of passed on that one. But
Yeah, it's a little low, man, and they just dropped the total from 7.5 to 7. So that first five's got to be, it's got to be low or real
well,
high 4
If
5.
you think about it, sometimes that's when it's really the time to jump on it.
Yeah.
And what was
Uh
it?
huh.
2 Sundays ago, I was in the same spot right there. But I was just glancing at it before the show. I didn't get a chance to really see what their last outings would look like or anything like that. But I have been, I've been on the Nola train, and I'm just trying to find a way to jump on this game. I think Nola gets the win today. I think it can go under. Trevor Williams 4-0 behind the
Yeah, Trevor
mound.
Williams has pitched well.
Yeah,
I looked at that on the first five, but the 4 5 was juiced really high. I think it was like minus 145 or something like that. So another game that
oh,
I looked at that I stayed off for that
oh,
reason because I didn't like the price. It seemed to go that way in a bunch of games. Like those under 4.5 to pay a big price like that. I don't know. I don't. To me, that's just not
yeah,
worth it. The win. Let's see. Weather in Philadelphia is wind blowing in, so maybe that's why not a lot though, 7 8 miles an hour, so nothing really to talk about. The wind is blowing in, but Nola pitched a great game last outing versus the Mets. I watched that
yeah,
game. He just was unbelievable. We couldn't get him
yeah.
out of the
So
game.
if you want, don't let Dom Ricci scare y'all away. If you are, into those type of odds, that's a good play. 4.5 is a good extra
If you can
cushion
still
there.
get the 4.5, I don't know if you can. I don't know.
But
I
like you
didn't look.
say, it's not juiced the right way. But I don't know if you got a crazy 6 teamer or something for the day. That might be a good one to plug in
Yeah.
there. Hey, don't
Keyword being
forget
crazy.
people in Vegas watch this show, and bettors in Vegas, because they're at home. They are more riskier. They'll do $6 $10 6 teamers every day for 2 months straight. This type stuff. So
Yeah. No,
shout
I
out
know.
to
I
those
listen.
guys. They win at some rate, but that's not my business.
I have a theory on that, and I had a discussion about somebody said they hit it like a 8 teamer. They put $5 on it. They hit an 8 teamer and it paid out like 380, 390. And my theory is you're not going to hit another one, probably. Number one, and number two, what a waste of money. What a waste of luck. You just hit a lottery basically an 8 teamer, and you only have $5 on. You got to at least try to get it into at least
If you're
20,
gonna do it,
25 bucks, something.
you right,
Something
you
that gets you
right.
into the $1,000 area. To hit an 8 teamer, that's like a lottery number. But
But
we don't play like that. I listen. My fault is I play too many 2 teamers at bad prices too. But and I do it. But I do it still. I lost one
yeah,
yesterday. I had the Astros finally lost for me against KC. I had that parlay. It was only plus 150, which is a terrible price. But and it lost. But regardless,
and
today.
we get
Go
a
ahead,
lot of
buddy.
guys. We get a lot of guys from California to move to Vegas. That's a big California to Vegas rate,
Yeah, yeah,
and a lot of my guys that move down there, I get the calls. Hey, boss, man, I heard you do the sports thing. Da da da. I've been down here. Da da da. So those little 6 teamer $5. That's what hooks a lot of them to starting a sports betting career. But some of them hit at a really high rate. Like I had a buddy. This is honest to God truth, man.
yeah.
He
Some got to
came
hit.
right
Everybody can't
before he
lose.
went to the casino to put the bet in. He came. He said, "I'm about to put this $500 6 teamer um in," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, man! Don't do that. Like, let me show you how you could." He like, "Nah," and he's not like, he's just regular guy that had $500 to bet. And I'm like, ah, man, he's ain't no telling what's gonna happen in that. And sure enough, he hit it though, 14K for the 500. And
Wow,
he
wow.
bets to this day. And some of those, this was something we got to realize too. A lot of guys, my wife always tells me there's gamblers and there's betters. So there's a lot of people that are involved with us that are just you know gamblers. They just like to take the gamble. They probably play so much poker. They look at the risk on sports betting like it ain't nothing. So I'm not knocking none of them bets. I'm not gonna hold the show up on that. But
No, I'm
those are
not
just
knocking bets. I'm just giving the way I think you should.
yeah,
If you want to,
yeah.
if you're playing for fun and it doesn't matter, and like when you're out in Vegas, we all do crazy things because that's why you're there for fun. But I just don't. It's just my theory. Like I say, I don't tell anybody how to bet. I just tell them why I'm successful at what I do, and
Yeah.
maybe it'll work for you. That doesn't mean because I'm successful at it, it's going to work for somebody else.
Oh yeah.
Because if that was the case, we'd all be rich.
Yeah, everybody got their boundaries. Everybody got their
Listen, there's
boundaries.
always luck involved in this damn game. Justin, I agree. I like that comment.
Yeah.
I agree, man.
See,
My
so he's a
brother.
better. A lot of the guys in these chats are
Well, there's a
better.
difference between betting and gambling. We know
Yeah.
that. We talked about that already. That's where handicap is. We're not gambling is gambling is what the word means. You know.
Yeah. Exactly.
But anyway, we can go with that discussion forever. I'll have it in my book. Okay. Anyhow, let me tell you the two games I'm on. I got a couple leans, and Justin, tell me what games you're on. What's up, Anthony? How are you, guy? Good to see you. Is Tease okay? You haven't seen him. Listen, we haven't either. He's been taking a break. Last time we talked to him was a few weeks ago. He's just been taking a break. You know, every once in a while, we all need one. You know, I took one for a couple months this year. But WNBA has started up. I plan on reaching out to him again this week, and we'll get him back on track. But thanks for asking, and I'll tell him that you asked for Mr. Teese. But let's get to the two games here. I don't want to be on all day. I actually got a party I have to go to at 1:30. An ice cream party with 12 4-year-olds. All
Nice.
between 3 and 5, I
Nice.
guess they are. My grandson's
Nice.
4 tomorrow. The
That's
little
gonna
guy
be
is 4
wild and
tomorrow.
crazy. It's gonna be
COVID
wild and
baby.
crazy.
COVID baby. He's 4 tomorrow. So I'm going to go stop by the ice cream place and just say hello after this is over. Okay, first game I'm on. I went to this Tampa Bay and Toronto game. Tampa Bay, listen, they've been coming out of it lately. They've been actually the two games I'm on, and the other one is Houston. Both teams are teams that had very bad starts of the year, and which goes to my theory about throwing out the beginning of the year. Both of these teams have turned around. I've been on this Houston train for the last week or so. They've been, except for yesterday, but they were due for a loss. But and it gets a good Brewer team. But Tampa Bay, I feel, is the same way. They've been hitting the ball better. They are improving against righties mostly over the last 2 weeks. The pen is even starting to get a little better. I like this Tampa Bay team, but Toronto's also a team that has been playing pretty good at home. I don't know what to expect from Alex Manoah. He only has 2 starts this year, so it's hard to judge what he's done. But his 2 starts haven't been good. One was against the Nationals, who've been a decent team, and one against the streaky Twins, who have been up and down, up and down. They gave me a couple losses this week, but he but so Manoah, we don't know what's going to happen. I have a feeling that Tampa's going to get to him for some runs. I could see on the other side, I could see Toronto also getting by Savali. I'm not a Savali fan. He pitches good, 4 or 5 innings, and then if they don't take him out, he's gotten rocked in a couple games in the 5th inning. One was against the Yankees. His numbers are. He came from Cleveland last year. His numbers are kind of 9 starts. He's averaging a little over 5 strikeouts, a little over 1 walk to 5 strikeouts. He's only averaging like 5 innings a game, so he's in that 15 out games. A little over 5 hits, a little over 3 earned runs. His last start against, which I like to look at, his last 2 starts, he had 6. He had a decent game against Boston. It was a 5-4 loss in extra innings, but it was a no decision by his. For him, he did have 6 strikeouts and no walks, but 3 earned runs and 5 hits. Before that, he lost 2 games this year already to the White Sox. The White Sox don't have too many wins as long. 2 of them against Savali. 8-7 and a no decision, and another 6 earned. He threw 6 earned, 8 hits. They got him out of that game. They lost, and then he did beat the Mets. I should say Tampa beat the Mets, but he let up 6 hits and 7 earned runs in that game. So all that says, I was gonna go with Tampa, and I laid off. I took the over 8. I thought the total was a little low, and it was minus 115, and that was the first bet I took, over 8. I haven't had a chance to tell them. What was this about? No, there's Nut Flush. What's up there, Mike? I miss you. How you doing, brother? Nut Flush in the house. When I see Nut Flush, I just stop dead in track. Haven't seen him in a while. The nut flush. We will let you know for the big low bagger trip. We'll let you know. I hope the family's good. I see that mom's with you guys now and stuff. I think that's cool. And I see what the kids are doing, and we're gonna see some of those nut flush kids as pro golfers one day. You mark my words. But anyhow, back to the game. I took the over 8 in that Tampa Toronto game. I kind of like Tampa too in that game. I don't really know if the odds went up in that game, but I don't really trust the volley. And like I said, Manoa, we don't really know what he's going to do. Last year, I do know that Manoa got Tampa Bay, if I remember, last year got to him in both his starts. So I mean, not from year to year, things don't really matter. But with these older pitchers, sometimes if you see what they've done against these teams historically, you try. Sometimes you find a little trend there, whether it's just coincidence or not. But there you go. Julian's on the Red Sox -125, and yeah, that's interesting because the Cardinals have been getting little by little have been getting better and better lately too. They're another team I think is starting to come out of it, but that price with Red Sox shows you that they think the Red Sox are going to win this game. Pavetta, we just got to hope Pavetta holds up for you a little bit. You know how he is. He's another streaky damn. But I think he's the better pitcher in the game, so I like that. So good luck with that play. The next game I am on, and the only other game that I really capped for the show was this Houston-Milwaukee game. I might even add the over in this game. We'll see. But I took Houston -130. Even though, Arrighetti has not been the best pitcher. I mean, his ERA is over 7, let's face it. But I just feel like if you look at his starts, little by little, he's been getting better. His last start against Oakland, who hasn't been terrible this year, he went 5 innings, had 5 strikeouts, only gave up 2 runs, no homers. I just think he's pitching better and better. I like the way Houston's playing, man. Their bullpen has been better. The Brewers, listen, they're not to sneeze about, and that's why I look at the over also in this game. This game, by the way, this series is tied 1-1. I had Houston in the first game. I went back with them yesterday, and they lost. Against the Brewer team, who's 3rd highest in batting average, 3rd highest in scoring, and 2nd in on-base percentage. They got a .337 on-base percentage, which is pretty good. But Ray, I don't trust him. He is 3-1, but his last 2 starts, not great. He gave up 6 hits, 3 earned against the Pirates. He didn't have a good start against the Royals. The Yankees got to him. I think the Houston bats are starting to heat up. This is a tricky play, but I took Houston -130. And like I said, I might add this over in this game. But so far, that's what I did today. As far as leans, I do like this. A couple games, I like the over in this Yankee game. I think Rendon might get hit for a couple runs against the crappy White Sox. I don't trust Rendon. He's been pitching good, very good at Yankee Stadium, but I think we're going to start seeing him starting to fall off. I thought that total was a little low. And plus, you think about it, it's an 8, the total. The Yankees could get, 6 runs. So you don't really need much of that. I'm tempted to take my Mets, but they're -135, and I just don't like taking them at a big price. And I do like the Pirates. They're another team that I like today. So those games I do like. But for the card, for the show, I took Houston -130. I took over 8 in the Tampa Royals game. And the Tampa Bay Rays game, I mean. Not the Royals, the Rays. That's what I took today, DJ.
That's
Smoke
what's
and
up.
Mirrors got the both Sox first 5. Nut Flush, what were you saying? Okay, gotcha. The Giants are another team that are been a tricky team this year so far. They came on a little bit strong last year at the end of the year. I kind of like the Giants today, but I think was no, wait a minute, no. Oh yeah, against Colorado, Jordan Hicks. I think he's gonna have a decent outing today, but the price is crazy. Can't take the Giants minus 200. So there you go. There's my Sunday for you.
There
What do you got,
is your
DJ?
Sunday. I'm writing it out real quick. Well, that's good enough. For my banner right here. But anyways, let's jump into some UFL, man. We got two games. One coming on in about 30 minutes right now.
Oh,
That's the
good.
battle. That's the Battle Hawks and the DC Defenders. Now, the DC Defenders, previously in the XFL last year, they beat the Battle Hawks twice, convincingly. They both was kind of tied at halftime, and then they went over. I mean, they lost at the end. So this is a coaching matchup: Anthony Beck versus Reggie Barlow, and Barlow's been dealt a bad hand this year. He lost his running back who scored 3 touchdowns on the Battle Hawks in those last meetings. So he's lost Abram Smith since the beginning of the season, and it shows. They're ranked pretty low in the league, but they still got a chance to get the second spot. It's a couple games left. If they can start winning now, then they got a shot at going to the playoffs. But they're playing a Battle Hawk team who I think might be the best team, in UFL right now. Yes, they would be second to the Birmingham Stallions, but they can improve and they can play with the Stallions. They just haven't beat them yet. So yeah, McCarron should be playing. I haven't seen anything that said McCarron is not playing 1833, but
Yeah, I'm looking now
McCarron
myself. I don't see anything either.
McCarron, he lights it up fast too and early. So the problem with DC defenders also is the defense. The defense is not doing well over there, and the offense just ain't been able to get around neither. And they do have Tamu over there. So AJ McCarron and Tamu, they met plenty of times. And like I said, Tamu has been winning the battle so far, but Tamu's not the same Tamu this year. And Aaron McAllister is surprisingly much better than he usually has been because I used to take him in the first half and fade him in the second half. But here goes the opportunity today to take him in the first half -3. So I'm going to take him first half -3. I do like him full game as well, but I'm going to put the full game on the money line and put it in the parlay. And I also like the over in this game too. I didn't get to the window with it, but it's something that I won't say leaning on, but I seen it. I'm just trying to be. I'm trying to stay within my units. I don't want to waste too many units in the UFL, so I'm trying to be. I'm practicing being a smarter, better, for the college season coming up. So instead of trying to eat everything on my plate, I'm just picking and choosing
Discipline, baby.
the
There
good
you
stuff.
go.
So yeah, so I'm taking that first half -3. I think it has more value than the 5, even though the 5 it was they came out -7.5, and it's dropped down to 5. So it's going the other way, but I don't see any reason. Maybe maybe I have to look again to see about AJ McCarron. But if AJ McCarron doesn't start, it's the talent level on Battlehawks this year, especially on defense. They're up there in turnovers and forced turnovers and stuff like that. So I'm safe with the Battlehawks, regardless of the quarterback situation. Now, if there is a quarterback situation, then the game could go under because DC defenders, all they really got is a run. They try to throw on third and fourth downs, and Tamu doesn't handle pressure well, and it's just a mess. But this is Anthony Beck's opportunity to get Barler. I'm pretty sure he wants this win bad, and this year he's been showing he will run up the scoreboard if he likes. He's into his players being happy. He's jumping around on the field and all that. So I'm standing behind Anthony Beck and the Battlehawks today. They proved it to me. So that's that one. Let's jump to the next one. Arlington and the Brahmas at the Brahmas. Now, what is this one going to be? I think it's going to be on Fox. So we've been getting a lot of overs on Fox. The books moved up to a 45 and a half, but not
Six.
quite 47. 47 is where they feel is high. So I don't know why they stopped at 45 and a half. I would lean heavily to the over right here. Luis Perez, one of the top quarterbacks. Love it. He's one of the top running backs. Both teams' offense can move the ball and score. So I like the over in that one a lot. But more than that, I think the wrong team's favored in this one. They have San Antonio -2.5. I had this game at like Renegades -1.5, even though they at the Brahmas. Even though the Renegades are 1-6,
Yeah.
they have been a team that they lost a lot of close ones. Luis Perez, he's doing well right now, a lot better than I expected with him, even though they are taking the losses. But last week the books had him plus, I mean minus 3.5, and this week they put him plus 2.5. I don't understand that either. So I'm gonna take the points in this one. I think they really got a shot. Brahmas are just declining, making bad decisions. They do have a star-studded wide receiver, but the Quentin Dormady, the quarterback, he's just been stinking up the field. I kind of predicted that too. He had a great first 1 or 2 games when he took over, but there's always a reason why the second string guy is a second string guy, and I don't think he's gonna take Brahmas to the promised land. So I got Sprinkle on the money line plus 125. I got the Renegades plus the 2.5, and then I got Battle Hawks parlay to Renegades plus the 125 for a whopping 212 parlay today. So put me down for the Renegades plus 2.5, the parlay, Battle Hawks to the Renegades, and the Battle Hawks first half officially for the show. And for the show, because I've been doing it every week when I come on the show, I give a line on Dodgers and like the Dodgers today on the run line though, because it's like minus 174, and I'm not parlaying nothing to it or nothing, so I'm gonna stick it out there a little bit and go on the run line for plus 115.
Gotcha.
And that's
I've
it
been
for me
looking the
today.
whole time you're talking. I've been looking. If McCarron was out, I think I would have seen it. So I'm assuming he's playing. You know. So
Yeah,
there you
I
go.
could I could run it real quick. I gotta
Yeah. I mean, they would have put it. I mean, I was on UFL.com, and so I hate Mike. I like that theory. I know somebody that plays. They don't play that first inning. I never play it because I just think it's a coin flip. But they play a lot of that second inning, and it goes along by what you're saying, playing the first and second. But I like that theory. It makes sense. It makes sense, without a doubt. You checking DJ on that?
oh yeah, it says AJ McCarron ankle out.
Ah,
Doesn't have an estimated return. But I'm fine with him out. That's not a big
I'm
problem.
just saying though. I mean, he's like the biggest name in the. He's probably the biggest name, right?
Yeah.
That's known the most. Throughout
Well, he's he's
regular.
he's back for like his third season, really, because I think he played in the USFL, and then he played 2 years now at the what's called. So with this market, there's going to be players that's just there. They're going to be cool with making $5,000 a game. That's another thing up this week too. So there's a bonus each week for player of the week. There's a bonus at the end of the year. The bonus each week for player of the week is $1,000. The bonus at the end of the year for like most passing, most rushing, stuff like that is 2,500, and then MVP of the league gets 7,500. So AJ McCarron was running for MVP of the league. Couple other people, the running back Lovett for the Brahmas, he's up in the running for rushing, and Tamu, believe it or not, on the DC Defenders, he's the third in passing, so he's got a shot as well. And those is my complete UFL. So yeah, I'm not gonna backpedal it. It's a coaching matchup more than that quarterback issue right there. So I'm comfortable with where we at,
I
with
got you.
them. And I got them first half, which DC defenders still trying to find themselves. So the defense might cause a couple turnovers and get us that win first half. But
Right.
maybe down the stretch it's a little rougher. But we got them on the money line down the stretch to pull this off. I don't think Anthony Beck wants to lose to Reggie Barlow 3 times in a row. That's saying a lot in the coaching world. That he's, if he beats him this time, he becomes that guy. That's the guy that can get me.
Right.
That Achilles heel. He's that one factor that knocks him down. So he's been doing so well this year and improving each week and having his players play at their highest potential. I think he brings home the win today.
Cool. The championship game is the is when's the championship game again?
June 16th, my
Oh, that's right,
birthday.
June 16th, your birthday,
Yep.
Father's Day, and the UFL Championship. That's right.
I should. I'm gonna see if I can win enough money to fly out to St. Louis.
Oh, that'd be nice.
See
That's
if
where
I
they're.
could
Oh, they're
get.
playing inside the Detroit Dome. No, they're playing Detroit, right?
No, they're playing in St. Louis, the whatever stadium it is for St.
Oh, I
Louis.
thought they
That's
were
what
playing in the
Ford
Detroit
Field.
Dome.
Oh no, it's gonna be at over there in St. Louis, and
Gotcha.
St. Louis has the highest number. They did 41,000 fans in the seats this year, so that'll be bananas to be out there in St. Louis for that.
Gotcha. That should be interesting. All right, cool. Very cool. Very cool.
Yep.
Let's yeah, I hear you. Let me just put up these are the plays I'm on. Those are the two plays I'm on. I appreciate everybody coming in. I was just looking at tomorrow to see if there was any early games, and there's actually an afternoon game tomorrow at 12:20. I guess maybe they're trying to make up for last night's rain out between the Braves and the Padres. I did take the Braves, and I was kind of I was kind of glad it got rained out, and I didn't go back with them today. I thought that might have been a mistake. Anyhow, we'll see what happens with that game tonight. But there is a 12:20 game tomorrow, the Padres and Atlanta. So it's always good to have an early afternoon game. But anyhow, there you go, guys. It is a quick Sunday show. Give you a little UFL, give you a little baseball. Talk to some of our friends we haven't seen in a while. Real Dale Prime, love seeing you. Nut Flush Allen, Justin, our guy Avery from North Carolina, Smokey Mirrors, Justin. We appreciate everybody coming in as always. We'll be on Anthony. I will tell Tease that you were asking for him if we get in touch with him. So thanks for asking about him. And hopefully we get in touch. It is WNBA season, and I've been kind of looking at that a little bit, trying to get a little capping done. Maybe we could throw out some plays. But this week, stay tuned to our Who Banging on Twitter. We've been trying to put out our daily, and on YouTube, we've been putting out our daily picks. Sometimes we forget because we're stoners, but we try our best. But hopefully everybody has a good Sunday. DJ, as always, we will talk later. And I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate it. The Flush, we will be talking to you. Big Who Banging event coming up. And when it's Who Banging, that means low baggers. And me and DJ are going to go out of our way to have a nice big one this time. Like the Flush, we were talking about the other day, and all I kept on thinking about was when that last night we had in Florida. We were all on the beach, and like none of us wanted to leave. It was like 2 a.m. We were all hugging each other, all fucked up. Just funny. Jimmy, everybody it was just. I had tears in my eyes when I walked out of there. It was just such a great feeling being with everybody. It's been that was before COVID actually, but anyhow.
Yeah.
I could go on and on talking about those stories. Anyway, thanks guys for coming in, and I will see you during the week. Thank you.